The recent flooding is a result of a very active pattern that is going to bring multiple atmospheric rivers to the Golden State. We have several areas of low pressure that are going to get very close to the west coast. Some are going to move farther north, some will try to work inland. But as we look at in the near term, Christmas Eve and then Christmas Day, Southern California is going to get hit with a pretty significant atmospheric river. We saw this from the WPC yesterday. It's hard to see, but we'll get into details around Los Angeles and the Transverse Mountains, the LA County Mountains. We now have a level 4 out of 4 flood risk. We don't see that all that often. So it's a significant event that we're tracking for Wednesday. And it's really impressive when you consider what Los Angeles has been dealing with. The last time we picked up any measurable rain in LA, November 21st, it's been more than a month. We saw about 1.11 inches of rain. A flood watch now is in effect for almost the entire state of California, with the exception of about a half dozen counties. So this atmospheric river, while the focus will likely be Southern California, we have had in Northern California that rain Sunday night into Monday, and we're going to get another round too. This is a very active pattern, and whenever you see a dip like this is water vapor, so the mid-levels of the atmosphere. When you see a dip like this, and you have these almost what look to be bowling balls, these areas of low pressure that are riding that storm track, as they move and they impact the west coast, they tap into a very rich source of moisture. Sometimes it's as deep as the tropical Pacific. And with that in mind, temperatures are warmer, and so we do see those snow levels increase. In addition to that, we just see so much more rain than what we would typically see. And that it factors into what we saw in Northern California. Now, this is the radar just over the past few hours. We continue with some rain. All of it for now is manageable. You see where Redding, California is. So they're getting in on mostly a break, but you look at what we've seen, very, very little room to talk about how this has been a break. South of Redding, where some of the highest rain totals that we've seen since Saturday, and the bulk of this falling on Sunday into Monday morning, we're talking about more than a foot. And we look at that forecast through Friday, and this is what's so concerning, where we could see a widespread along the coast of California, and we're not talking just one or two locations. This is the entire coast of California, maybe between 1 to upwards of 5 inches, and then pockets, especially in Southern California, where we could pick up maybe closer to 7, 8 inches of rain. And that really could be quite devastating, certainly a dangerous event, as the National Weather Service out of LA has been mentioning. So we're looking at this one hose of moisture that's moving in today. Watch as that weakens just a little bit. Also paying attention to Southern California. This area of low pressure, as it's riding the storm track, it's eventually going to be moving closer to California. And as it does, that atmospheric river is going to be tapped. So this is Christmas Eve. This is tomorrow morning in Southern California. A lot of rain moving in. And based on the orientation that this rain's moving in, it is going to hit those mountains almost at a perpendicular angle. So with that in focus, a lot more rain could fall very well in the mountains, and that's why there's such a concern for significant rain. But keep in mind, with these areas of low pressure, and notably the one that's going to bring that atmospheric river to Southern California, that one's still offshore. So we're going to see additional rounds of moisture move on in. So it's possible that on Christmas, we deal with another round of rain, which could only add to the totals that we're seeing around LA and just more broadly the LA basin. But Northern California is not exempt. Hopefully we won't see the types of totals that we saw Sunday into Monday, but it is something that we need to pay attention to. And I also want to mention the fact that we have heavy rain is one concern, but also the severe weather. The severe weather risk is going to be growing tomorrow. We have a threat, and then along the coast on Thursday, and not to mention the wind is going to be a big deal too. And even if you don't live in Southern California, if you follow the weather, the next atmospheric river, it should have your attention. As the National Weather Service out of LA put it, quote, "This is a dangerous holiday storm. Anyone traveling on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day will need to exercise extreme caution."